Hi there, Scorpio. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net, and I'm doing your December 2016 tarot reading. Thanks for joining me. Happy holidays and Happy New Year coming right up. Kind of crazy. Um, so I'm using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, and I'm going to do things a little different. I like to mix it up. So we're going to do a focus card, and then these cards are just going to be influencing the situation. And I'll also look at the bottom of the deck. So let me do that right now. And okay, we have the Five of Autumn, which is the Five of Pentacles. So there may have been a situation coming into this month that has you feeling a little left out in the cold. Um, your finances may be feeling pretty stretched, which is pretty normal around this time of year. And you just may be feeling a little bit disconnected, um, a little spiritually disconnected, maybe a little disconnected from others, and and just feeling a little worried. But the lesson behind this card is that there is help here. You're not alone. Um, and it's really more of a mindset than actual poverty or truly not having anyone around. You know, the holidays can bring up these types of feelings. It's kind of a tough time of year. Um, but there are people around for you if you just reach out or um, think about it. And maybe your go-to people aren't there, but there may be people out there that you don't talk to all the time that would love to connect around the holidays, that maybe aren't going home to family or for whatever reason. Maybe they have to work. So be a little creative, and you can pull yourself out of this funk. Let's see what Doreen says. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. So there's nothing horrible going on with this card, but it can just, it's often these times where we're feeling uncomfortable that it's the catalyst for us to change. We sort of need to feel sort of discomfort and discontentment and uneasiness to give us that shove, that nudge, that push to do something else. So let's see what the focus card here is. The Seven of Spring, which is the Seven of Wands. This is a card that I really like. It's about being assertive and standing up for yourself and stating your case and advocating for yourself. That's a really good way to look at it. It is advocating for something, not being defensive or allowing someone to get you back on your heels and feel like you're in a negative or a defensive position where you need to explain yourself. You often don't have to explain ourselves. I feel like, and this happens to me, where I feel like I have to explain myself when no is enough. Someone, maybe your family asks you to come home for the holidays and you don't have the money to buy plane tickets and you have to fly. And in historically, you felt pressured, or if you say I really can't afford it, oh come on, you get this, and it's like you don't need to hear it. You can be like, thank you, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm not, I'm gonna stay here this year. You're welcome to come to me, and then they can buy the plane tickets. So you don't have to make excuses or give excuses. No means no. And it's very freeing not to then have to feel like you have to give an excuse or to justify. No means no. Have a voice. Be assertive. You don't have to be aggressive or defensive. Just speak up. So let's see what Doreen says. It says be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. This card brings a lot of confidence, because when you just are able to just stand in your truth, like, no, I'm thank you so much, but I'm not coming this year. Done. That's it. And it's like, damn, that felt good. Oh, and justice. It's going to bring things into balance. If you do have any sort of legal situations, again, state your case. No need to be defensive or over-explain. Just state your case. Keep the emotion out of it. Keep all the backstory of emotion. Don't let that creep in, and just be very matter of fact. And if someone else wants to get all emotional and defensive, that's their choice, and they're responsible for their actions. You're responsible for your actions. So if there is any sort of legal things, this is a very auspicious card. But it's about bringing things into balance. So again, if you've always been the one that always buys the plane tickets to go home, so always traveling, always doing things like that, this is the month where you really have the holidays go the way you want them to. It's not being selfish, it's your life. And you don't always have to be the one traveling or hosting or whatever. Speak your truth. Then we have the Six of Summer, the Six of Cups. Keep it simple. What's really important in life? Stop and smell the roses. This card often comes up this time of year because lots of times people are going home for the holidays, or people, if you live where you grew up, people who have moved away come back. And so you could be reconnecting with someone from the past. But for me, it's really a card about stripping away those things which are unnecessary. Maybe on some level you feel pressure to have a certain car, to always fly home, to always do this. And maybe it's time to say, you know what, I can't afford that. And I'm saving money because of something. I want to go back to school, or I want to go on this trip. I've always wanted to go to Paris, and I'm going to save my money, and I'll come and visit you guys next year. But this year I'm investing in myself. This year I'm investing in my peace of mind, my emotional state, and something that I want to do. It's not being selfish. It's taking care of yourself and investing in yourself instead of always other people. Let's see, children or childhood. The return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Yeah, that's the card of nostalgia. Oh, another Six of Autumn. This is so we have two balance cards now, the Justice card and this card. It's all about giving and taking. So if there are relationships or places in your life where you are always giving, it's time to say, no, I'm not able to do that. And maybe they can give to you instead of you always giving. It's a clue if you find yourself in situations where you're always the one giving and giving. You may want to really think about that and reassess that. You don't always have to be the one to give, especially if you're getting to the point where you have this underlying Five of Pentacles, that you're feeling poor and exhausted from being the one that's always giving to others. It's okay to need something in return and to replenish yourself. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. So that kind of for me goes with justice. Like somehow the universe like adjusts and you feel like things wrongs are righted and all things are good with the universe. So two balance cards, which is great. Let's see what this last one is. And the Hierophant, unity, wisdom. You're going to learn a really big lesson this month by speaking your truth and just standing up for yourself, but doing it in such a mature, calm way without getting defensive or angry or emotional. And boy, it's going to feel good. You're just going to be like, wow, I am in control of my life. I am not allowing people to guilt trip me or pressure me or force me. I'm making my own choices. I'm looking at the big picture of your life. You know, someone can be like, oh, come visit me, come visit me, come visit me. You buy those plane tickets, but you're the one who has to live with the bill after. You're the one that has to live with whatever choices you make. So you need to make sure that you can live with those choices, because that person that, oh, come visit me, isn't going to be sending you a check in the mail. They're going to be going off on their trip that they want to go on because they never spend money to go see you. I'm not saying you all have a nasty person like that in your life, but you know, it's that type of situation. It could even be doing something like getting a job that you don't have to travel as much, or um, um, there's something about travel though that just keeps coming up for me. But the way you handle it, you're going to learn a real big spiritual lesson this month. Let's see what Doreen says. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Nice. Good job, Scorpio. You're really standing in your truth and your power. And being a water sign, you know, you do lead by your emotions, but it's like you're not going to allow your emotions to dilute your message. You're going to be able to present it in a very almost air sign way that really is articulate and concise, and people really will get your message and will get it in, and it won't come across in a dramatic or a defensive way, and you're going to feel really good about it. You're just be like, damn, I nailed that. That felt good. And you're going to be able to use this skill going forward. You're going to simplify. You're going to stop spending money that you don't have. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're going to surround yourself with people that give to you as much and that don't just take, that there's balance and a supportive, nice energy, and with simplicity and and feeling more spiritually connected with the world. So this feeling of being maybe spiritually out in the cold is going to be gone. You're going to take care of that. And it's this little bit of discomfort, um, that's going to spur these beautiful changes in your life. So you're going to be entering the new year as a really different, confident person, sort of on a higher turn of the spiral than you had been in the past year. So thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely, lovely holiday, and I'll see you at the new year. Take care.